Hello, I'm Jeff Michael. Here is your CBS On The Go update. More unseasonably hot weather on tap for the Southland again today. If you're trying to cool off at the beach, well, first, you won't get much relief. But second, keep in mind the National Weather Service has issued a warning for high waves, dangerous rip currents. Now, farther inland, the fire danger is going to be extremely high. And LA City firefighters have issued a citywide red flag warning. That means any cars parked in areas that have high fire zone signs will be towed. Just days before Halloween, a new survey confirms what many of us already know. LA has the scariest commute in the country. The survey by a staffing firm ranks LA's commute as the country's most stressful. You might be surprised, though, to learn the SoCal commute isn't the longest. That title goes to Washington, D.C., where commuters spend an average of almost 61 minutes to get to and from work. If you're curious, the average LA commute clocked in at just under 54 minutes round trip. Now your CBS 2 travel forecast. Here's Danielle Gersh.
Oh boy, well, if you're traveling up in the air today, weather shouldn't be impacting your commute. Looking pretty good. Now, possible we see some delays in and out of New York, and that's because we have a pretty big storm system over the Great Lakes region, and that could bring some severe storms to the northeast from New Jersey all the way up into New England. Highs today going to deal with record heat once again here in the Southland. Temperatures climbing into the triple digits. 70 in Portland this afternoon, mid-60s in Seattle. Cool in Salt Lake City into Denver with temperatures in the low 60s. 73 the high temperature in Dallas this afternoon. For the northeast, temperatures in the low 70s, a little warmer than average, but again with on and off storms. High pressure still parked over the area here at home. We have this big ridge overhead that'll keep things warm. Big game tonight. Go Dodgers. World Series. We'll see the first pitch at 5:09 p.m. at Dodger Stadium. It is going to be hot out there with temperatures in the mid 90s, starting to cool down heading into tomorrow, but still warm with temperatures expected to be in the upper 80s for tomorrow's game. Highs today, 100 at the beach will break records once again. 104 the high downtown today, 103 in the valleys. For the IE, temperatures just below triple digits. We'll check in at 99, 90 for the high deserts, low 70s in the mountains. Winds winding down tomorrow. Our red flag warnings, wind advisories, excessive heat warnings will expire by tomorrow. And then we're going to continue this cooling trend into the second part of the work week. Finally, it'll feel better by the weekend. Jeff, back to you.
All right, Danielle, the only thing hotter than the weather, the Dodgers. Their first World Series in 29 years is uniting fans across the Southland, but it also adds up to a friendly rivalry between two local families. CBS 2's Tina Patel has more from Riverside.
There he is. How you doing, big guy?
These two Riverside families are all friends now, but Tuesday night they'll be rooting for two different teams in the World Series because Jake Marisnick is a Houston Astro and Austin Barnes is an LA Dodger.
It's a lifelong dream. I mean, for him to be in there, absolutely incredible. I couldn't be happier for the guy. I couldn't be more proud of the guy.
Sometimes it doesn't hit you and you're just kind of going around and then you think, wow, my son's going to be playing in the World Series here coming up in these next few days. 10
years ago, Jake and Austin were teammates at Riverside's Poly High, which is why their families say they're proud of both of them.
I mean, it was a pleasure for me because I actually got to coach both Austin and Jake on the same team.
It's so cool. Yeah, because we're all friends. And they're friends, so we're just so excited. It's amazing.
Current Poly players say it's inspiring to see what the guys have accomplished since high school.
So Jake came back actually last year and he brought back like 50-some pairs of batting gloves for us. Austin's definitely been involved too. I mean, it's just great how involved they are in the community.
They do still train in Riverside in the off season, which is why younger players say they'll be rooting for both of them in the World Series. It'll be a win either way.
For the big young baseball players out here, watching guys like that should be an inspiration for them in terms of where they want to go.
The World Series, that's it. That's the top. It doesn't get any better than that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes, he did.
The families are just hoping for a good series, but Jake and Austin siblings have made a friendly bet. When all this is over, someone's going to have to pick up the other one's bar tab. In Riverside, Tina Patel, CBS 2 News.
Your CBS On The Go sports. What else? The Dodgers. They're facing the Astros in Game 1 of the World Series at Chavez Ravine, and pitcher Clayton Kershaw is getting the start today against Houston. The Astros have never won a World Series since that franchise began in 1962. The Dodgers want to keep it that way. First pitch, 5:09 this evening. And that's your CBS On The Go update. I'm Jeff Michael. Remember, we're always on CBSLA.com. Be sure to watch us on CBS 2 News at 5, 6, and 11 p.m.